Alright, welcome to our first math lesson on Edpuzzle. I included a short little tutorial video on how to use Edpuzzle on your learning board for this week, but if you didn't watch that video, I will go over quickly kind of just a little tutorial about Edpuzzle. So this is just a video that I'm going to have you guys watch, and it'll go over our math lesson for today. Periodically, it's going to stop and ask you questions related to the math. Do your best to fill them out, and then I can see your answers. One little thing about Edpuzzle, you can always rewind if you miss something, or pause if you need to slow down and think about something, but you can't fast forward through the video, okay? So here we go. We will get started. We're going to start working on adding and taking away from problems within 100. So we'll get started. Today is going to be kind of a review, kind of an easy day. And we're just going to think about and break apart numbers, and this is really going to help us when we start doing these problems where we're adding and taking away from 100. So we're going to start today with the number 56, and we'll do the number 56 together, and then I'm going to have you do another number after that, and you'll do it all by yourself, and you'll answer those questions, okay? So here we go. So for the number 56, we're going to start with the box that says 10 less on the top left corner. So first, just what number is 10 less than 56? I'll give you a second to think about it. So 10 less than 56 is 46. So that's the number that's going to go in that box. If we jump over to the right where it says 10 more, what number do you think is going to go in that box? It's going to be 66. 10 more than 56 is 66. We'll jump down back to the left and do 20 less than 56. What number do you think is 20 less than 56? That answer is going to be 36. We're just taking away 20 from 56, and it's going to give us 36. You'll notice for all of these, the number in my tens place, or that 5, is changing. The number in my ones place, that 6, is staying the same because we're not messing with our ones place right now. Just our tens place with 10 and 20. So we're going to jump over and do 20 more on the right side. What number do you think is going to go in that box? 76 is our answer. 20 more than 56 is 76. Jump back down to the left side and do 100 less. And this is actually a trick question because think about that number 56. We have 5 tens, 6 ones, but we don't have any hundreds. We only have a 2-digit number. So can we really take away 100 from that number? We cannot. So I'm just going to put the answer none there. There isn't an answer that's going to work for that. We can't take away 100 from 66 because we'll go into negative numbers, and then that's just going to mess us up. If we jump over, though, can we do 100 more than 56? Think about what that answer might be. So our answer is going to be 156. We're keeping our tens place and our ones place, so we still see that 56. We're just adding that 100 to it. So 156 is 100 more than 56. We're going to jump up and do the middle, that expanded form. Our expanded form for 56 is going to be 50 plus 6. So I see my 5 tens for my 50 and my 6 ones for my 6. So 50 plus 6 is going to give us 56. That is that expanded form. Our word form is just going to write the number out, 50-6. Notice that we don't put a space in between that dash, so it's 50-6, no spaces. And then if we look on our bottom, how far is the number, how far to the nearest hundreds number? So if we look at this, I made a number line to help me with this. So on my number line, I start at 56. I want to get to an easy base number. My closest base number moving forwards, because remember we want to move up to get to 100, is going to be 60. So I added 4 more. That's that first jump. So now I'm at 60. I'm going to add 10 more to get to 70. I'm going to add another 10 to get to 80, another 10 to 90, and 1 more is going to get me to 100. So my closest hundreds number to 56 is going to be 100. But how far am I? To figure that out, you're going to add all those numbers on the top. So I'm going to add my 4 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. So that answer is going to be 44. I am 44 numbers away from my nearest hundreds. This is really the skill that we're going to be really focusing on moving forward from our problem, this open number line. It might be a skill that you've already used, and we're just going to practice it. It could be something new to you. In that case, we're going to work through it together, okay? So we are 44 numbers away from our nearest hundred from 56. I'm going to have you do this by yourself now. So this video is going to pause in a little bit and ask you to fill in these boxes yourself. We're focusing on that number 73. So you're going to answer those questions. For the bottom, for the open number line, or for the how far to the nearest hundreds number, where we're using that open number line, I would just like you to do that on a piece of paper, and then it's going to ask you just to give me that answer, okay? Do your best with it. It might be tricky if you haven't done it before. It might even be tricky if it's a skill you've worked on and you haven't really practiced it lately. So just do your best with it, and then I will see where we're at, and we'll keep moving forward, okay? So answer all the questions for me, please. All right, you should have gotten a chance to answer all of those questions, to fill in the numbers that you think are going to go in all these boxes. This is what all your answers should have been. Take a second to look forward, to look through it. Pause the video if you need to. See if your answers match up with mine, and take a look at the open number line on the bottom. Did you get the same answer as me? Did you get 27? The number 73 is 27 numbers away to the nearest hundred, which again is 100. And does your number line look the same as me? So take a second to look through that. Pause the video if you need to. That is our lesson for today. Our next lesson, we're going to keep working forward and working on a few story problems using that open number line. Here's just a little joke before you go. Take a look at it, and I hope you have a great week.